As an English teacher, one thing that students always had a problem with, something they struggled with, something that was difficult, was spelling. When I would read students' papers and grade the papers, one thing I saw a lot were spelling mistakes. Hello everyone, welcome back to English on Autopilot. And as a lot of you know, I was an English teacher here in Spain. And I had to grade exams, writing assignments as well. And in every exam, we always had writing assignments. And I saw again and again, over and over, the same thing. A lot of spelling mistakes. Why? Well, in English, I'd think one of the most difficult things about English is the spelling. Spelling in English, spelling the words, writing the letters out to spell the word, like for example, cat, C-A-T, spelling the word out is very difficult because in English, the words we say, how it sounds, is not always how it's spelled, how it's written. Sometimes they're very different, or even worse, sometimes a word can be spelled the same and be pronounced differently, like to read a book and yesterday I read a book. They're spelt the same. That's right. It can be very confusing. And my students were, of course, Spanish. My Spanish students were used to spelling in Spanish, where normally the words in Spanish are spelt the way you hear them. And it helps to know that. However, don't be confused. Some of the spelling in Spanish is very difficult because, like in English, in Spanish, there's some silent letters and some letters for the same sound. So, it's not super easy. You need to practice it. And when students asked, they said, "Is spelling easy for you because you're a native English speaker?" No. And it got me thinking. It made me think a lot about how we learn to spell in school. And it brought back memories. It made me think of the past. It brought back memories of when I was a student. When I was a student in elementary school is the first years of school. Normally, it's first through fifth grade, but it could be first through sixth grade. Before you go to kindergarten, which is like elementary school, but not 100%. It's like 50% because you go for half the school day. But elementary school, first to fifth grade. Once we got to third grade, we started to have spelling tests every single week. What were they like? Well, at the beginning of the week or the Friday, you would get it on Friday so you could practice at home. We would get a list of 20 words, about 20 words, and we had to learn how to spell them. It would be a list written by the teacher, and we had our list. During the week, we did assignments with them. Of course, the first thing, you had to write the word 10 times, each word, over and over and over and over and over again, until it stuck in your brain. But we would do other things. We also learned the definition, what the word meant, or the definitions of the word. We had to write sentences using the word. For example, let's say our word is bridge, a bridge. I could write the sentence, yesterday I walked over the bridge. And that was correct. Okay, so we had assignments and we practiced and practiced. And I remember studying the words and I hated it. I hated doing that. Do I think it was the best way to learn spelling? No, not the best, but it worked. Today, I'm pretty good at spelling. Sometimes I need to think, oh, is this spelled correctly? And I need to check. It's normal. Sometimes I don't know. Especially words we don't use all the time. Words that we don't use every day. And those can be a little confusing. And even some words we use every day. But what's the best way? What's the best way to learn spelling? To me, it's by reading a lot. Because in Spanish, I never had spelling tests, but I read a lot in Spanish, and my spelling is pretty good. Sometimes I get confused. Sometimes I have to think and say the word again and again and really think. But I normally spell it correctly. So for all of you that are starting to write in English, you need to read a lot. Just like speaking, to speak really well in English, you need to listen a lot. For writing, you need to read a lot. Not just to learn another language. I love to write in English, and I like to write poetry, books, short stories, things like that. And every author of novels, very good novels, very big novels, say that they are good writers because they read a ton. Reading is the best way. Just how you are watching a video of comprehensible input, reading is another form of comprehensible input. And reading will also help you speak. I know. Any input will help you output. Output, speaking and writing. But I still remember those spelling exams, those spelling tests, and how annoying they were. Another list, more words, and the number one thing I hated was writing the word again and again and again. Oh, that was the worst. It was horrible. But it stuck in my brain. What do you think? Do you think you would like to do some spelling tests? Well, here I will not give spelling tests. Don't worry. How did you learn spelling when you were in school? Put it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to keep watching more videos of comprehensible input right here with English on Autopilot. We'll see each other in the next video. Bye.